Hi friends, it's Dr. Keith here with EF2 Realty Team, powered by Keller Williams. Going to talk to you briefly today about 5 tips on a successful, stress-free move for you and your family. Moving can be very exciting. It can also be very stressful all at the same time. You should be excited about getting your new space. Hopefully we've had the privilege and honor to work with you to find that new space. You get to decide pretty much as you're getting ready to move what you want to keep and what you want to throw out, and then how to pack and how to organize. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips. I just went through this myself, so this is very close to me right now. One of the first decisions you've got to make is, do you use movers or do you just go rent a moving truck and do it yourself? So that's one of your first big decisions. One thing you need to definitely consider is pricing out the moving truck, because those can vary, as well as a moving company. You can price those out, have them come look at your property, give you an estimate, because those things like painters or movers, they vary broadly. And in the comments below in that section, we'll leave you a couple of our approved vendors that are moving companies that we've used with our other clients. So that'll help sort of narrow that search down. The more you have the movers do, the higher the price tag will be, depending on how much you want them to do. The more packing you do ahead of time will reduce that cost. And if they have to take things apart, that's more time, on the clock, if you will. So the more things that you can have broken down on the agreed upon day that you're going to move, the better. Same thing with the renting of a truck to move yourself. The shorter amount of time that you have the truck, the better. And the more things that you have clearly labeled on the boxes and on the material that your friends are moving into the truck for you, the quicker that move will go. As well as when things are coming off the truck, it's even important so they know where those items are going to go. Another thing to consider is just your timeline, how you want to make that balance between the day that you're closing on your home and the day you're moving in. It could be the same day, it could be a different day. Consider that timing, and you need to give your moving company a couple weeks notice that that's the date you want, because you can't really book a moving company in a short time span. One of the first things you want to do once you know you're moving, you've got that projected date, is you want to start packing and starting a list. It might be good to get a dedicated notebook for everything moving related that you can put your hand on. So take a page out of Maria Kondo's book and get rid of all the things that you no longer want or need, that do not give you joy and peace. So get those things out. Consider categorizing them either by room or by items that you may collect. So you might collect all of your books and put them in one place, and put like all of your clothing that you're not going to wear immediately in one place. And then you can then filter through any books you want to keep, ones you want to donate, or if there's some items that you want to sell. Also, what you would want to do is consider donating to a local nonprofit. You could also hop on to Facebook Marketplace. You could also go to the Nextdoor app or Craigslist. Once your purge is done, get you packing tape and boxes. You can either purchase those from the moving company directly, or you can purchase them from the truck company you're renting from, or you could buy those from Home Depot or Lowe's. Just know that you're packing over a period of time. It'll be less daunting if you do this over several days, maybe weeks. If you've got a clear vision of how you want your home laid out, that would probably be helpful if you could label that on the box, that you need this to go to the dining room, or you need this to go to the kitchen. Any way that you choose that works for you and your crew. The key is to label those boxes by what is in them and where they need to go. Big tip I learned from one of my recent moves which is my first move in quite a long time, and we did go with some awesome movers, is I took pictures of my electronics, not just the front, which is important just to show there's no damage, but I went to the back side of my computer, my electronics, my stereo, and made sure I got a good image of all the things that connect into the back of my electronics. And I made sure I dedicated all of those wires and cables to one place in a box. You also want to disassemble some of the furniture, like say bed frames, to facilitate the move, regardless of who's moving you, if it's friends or if it's the crew. And then keep all those bolts handy. What I've found helpful is to put them in a really good sturdy Ziploc kind of bag, and then tape that bag to the poles so that they all stay together. So when you get to your new location, you're not trying to find bolts that have disappeared because they've been separated somehow, and then you end up sleeping on the floor. Another thing I would make as a suggestion is have an essentials bag, maybe one for each of the family members. Like maybe you've got, the mom has a bag, the husband has a bag, and then the kids each have their own bag, because it might have a book. It could have their toiletries in there that are personal to them, maybe their contact solution, any of their medications, anything like that. If they've got, toothpaste, toilet paper, you probably need a separate bag just for cleaning. So when you go into your new place, you can easily go in there and start cleaning. It'd be really good to have a toolkit with some pliers, screwdriver, and some of those things for reassembly of those items. And one last thing I would suggest is back up any items that you may need over the course of a few days onto your computer, into the cloud, or on a hard drive or a zip drive. Take pictures of important things, like for me, like my real estate license or my driver's license. Maybe I misplaced my wallet some crazy way. Third thing you want to do is set up your basics. Make sure you get the main things out of the way early. Know what that projected date is, and go ahead and get your water turned on, your electricity turned on, and your gas. And especially nowadays, you don't want to live without a great internet connection. So you want to make sure that's up and running as soon as possible, or you're going to have a mutiny with all of your children if they can't work on any of their devices. Then the next suggestion is clean, clean, clean. It may be your least favorite thing. You need to clean where you were. You need to clean as you're coming in, especially with all of the COVID virus that's been going around. It'd probably make you sleep better if you knew the old space was good for the incoming resident. Probably also a good idea to clean the new space in case the other people didn't do as good a job as you'd like. And then final thing is just sort of settle in, find a place in your new home for all your old things, get them inside. Try not to leave anything overnight, in the big truck. Maybe you can do it a couple ways. You can unpack a room at a time, or you can unpack things. But you want to try and get everybody as comfortable as you can the first night. Once that's done, light a candle, pick your favorite adult beverage, order in pizza or barbecue, and play some nice music, not too loud, or maybe play a family movie because you're probably pretty exhausted. You just need to chill. The boxes can wait, but it's good to build a little bit of a family or community that first night that you're in there. So those are some of the tips I would suggest for you. Down below, I'll leave in the comments section some of our preferred vendors for our moving companies, and also where you can find supplies. But if you need to move, and you need to upsize or downsize, give EF2 a call. Numbers down below, and we'll help you find your next dream house. This has been Dr. Keith with EF2 Realty Team. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Bye now.